Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Derek here. We are back with another reaction to Marvel's What If. This is episode 2. It is called What If T'Challa Was Star-Lord? Became a Star-Lord. What if T'Challa became a Star-Lord? Interesting title. Yeah, what happened last time on What If? So last time was about what if Peggy Carter got the super soldier serum instead of Steve Rogers? And turns out she's much more capable than him. She's flipping trucks. She's caving in people's kneecaps. Like, she is entirely more competent than Steve ever was. You know, granted, some of that may be because it's animation and you can do things with animation that you can't really do with live action. Who knows? But it was cool. And then she went into a portal to fight some like 800 tentacled monster. And then came out in the Avengers time. So we'll see if that gets brought up at some point throughout the season. But this one seems to be what if T'Challa was taken in by the Ravagers instead of Peter Quill. And so this will be really interesting because, one, just the concept of that in general is interesting, but two, Chadwick Boseman is voicing T'Challa in this, and it is going to be the last time we hear or, you know, see anything that he's performing in. I believe. I don't know if he has any. I don't think he has any movies that have yet to come out that he acted in. So I believe this is the last performance of Chadwick Boseman. And I think he is going to be in multiple episodes, I read somewhere, but I'm not sure if that's 100% true, so don't quote me on that. Either way, it should be very interesting. It should be fun. I'm excited to jump into it. Before we do jump into it, though, please consider leaving a like on the video. Comment on the video. Helps my channel out a ton, helps the algorithm, helps some videos get seen. Subscribe if you want to see more reactions to Marvel's What If, and ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if full-length reactions are something that interests you, I post all of my full uncut reactions in watch-along format over on my Patreon. You just sync up your own copy of the show and you can watch along with me. There you can also become a super supporter and get featured in every single one of my videos. So that's fun as well. But other than that, let's jump into this episode. Ooh, that's nifty.
But in a multiverse of infinite possibility,
More
is your destiny determined by your nature.
Come and get your love. T'Challa doesn't, he's not much of a dancer, I see. Star-Lord.
Oh, Star-Lord!
Oh, of course they know who he is.
This is the Star-Lord. Steals from the powerful and gives to the powerless.
Just a complete opposite reaction that Peter gets.
Neither is necessary.
He's a king.
It is not an official title.
Nor is it one I am comfortable with.
But I could be convinced to make a career change.
I appreciate the interest, but we're all staffed up.
What? He wants a job, man.
Yes.
You do not disappoint my lord, so live.
So spry.
I'm right here. Hit me.
Oh, you got him.
I barely moved. Hit me.
Oof.
Classic Star-Lord.
Classic Star-Lord. Hey, you losers. Ooh. Who knew it could do that?
I have hired Wes.
Just takes him.
We have to outnumber him.
Yo,
Would I be?
use your flying arrow. Where's your new fake dad?
I said a Ravager never flies
Solo. Oh, it just knocks him down in this one instead of having it go through their face.
Wouldn't you rather use it to jumpstart the Quilorian's dying star? Save their system from extinction? You know as well as I, no treasure is worth as much as the good that can be done with it.
So he's like a super good dude. Such a stark contrast.
But as someone who has ventured out into the greater world, let me assure you,
It sucks.
all you will find there is destruction and pain. Those people do not understand our way of life.
Dang. Straight up is like, don't ever leave here. It's like the Lion King.
Variables.
Right place. As fate would have it, at that very moment, a Ravager spacecraft was arriving on Earth to abduct the spawn of the Celestial Ego.
And they pick him instead.
2 C holes, 2 ear holes, 1 8 hole. Everything checks out.
Does this really look
Looks
like
the exact same.
to y'all?
Sure, I don't know. All humans look alike to me.
Taser face. 20 years later. 2008. A giant international club.
Ravagers! How exactly did you stop Thanos, the Mad Titan, from decimating half of the universe? Oh, no.
I'm a big enough man to admit when I'm wrong.
What?
T'Challa here showed me there was more than one way to reallocate the universe's resources.
What?
Although I still assert
What?
my plan was not without its merits.
T'Challa is just so good of a dude that he convinced Thanos he was wrong. That's insane.
You saved my home world from a Kree invasion.
All in a day's work.
No, it took several days. 6, in fact. Let us take a picture. Send
Took
to my
several
wife and daughter.
days. This guy does a decent Dave Bautista impersonation.
You look terrible.
He looks pretty good from where I'm standing.
Ooh,
Nebula.
dang. She got a full head of hair. Calls him Cha-Cha.
You lost your home, and now you save everyone else's. That's the name of this tune, huh?
Something like
Pretty
that.
sure this is Karen Gillan.
Do I have a job for you?
Like the actual
They're called
person voicing
the
it.
Embers of Genesis. Nutrient-rich cosmic dust from an ancient supernova with the power to terraform entire ecosystems. With 1 ounce, you can heal a double.
I thought you work alone, daughter.
Wait. You mean she's your offspring?
Adopted.
It's a long story. I've been trying to get him into counseling. Oh, who's the mark?
Tana Tavon,
Counseling.
also known as
We are not.
We're gonna do it anyway. You know we ain't taking that advice.
The Collector's got a famous kink for exotic flora and fauna. The embers will be housed with a
Interesting choice of words. Bruh. The fact that Thanos is straight up just like on their team. This man can take the Hulk on just without any stones.
Our head of security, Proxima Midnight.
Looks like they got
Hey yo, Proxima.
Try calling me Captain Genocide again, new guy.
Then genocide.
Ravagers will start a riot, drawing the attention of the Black Order.
We have a situation.
I like that they just work for the Collector now.
Tanalir Tavon, the Collector.
Oh, my dearest Nebula, aren't you a sight for sore eye? Forgive me, I couldn't help myself.
Rude. Dude's ripped now though. The doggy. Let him out.
The collection is much bigger than I anticipated.
Oh, that's the Dark Elf. Is that from Thor 2?
You are quite articulate for a doc.
That, sir, is very close-minded.
Same voice actor.
You're gonna see a sign for Elvish literature? Ignore that. Total snooze.
Elvish literature.
Give me the tour.
Just margaritas on the daily. Constant drinking.
here. Are you crazy? Happy hour just...
Got cool spaceships in there. Is there vibranium in there? Ooh. Take that. It's yours by right. The Wakandan music coming in.
My son, T'Challa, Crown Prince of Wakanda,
They just...
was abducted from
Oh,
Earth
I was like...
by an alien space.
I thought this was a message to him.
If you have any information, and we will search every last one of them until we find you.
They wanted him back. Sad.
Oh, Jaja. I hope you can understand.
Nebula?
I had a debt with the collector, and you were the payment.
What the heck? You scoundrel. Karen Gillan. Oh, he's angry now.
I was protecting you.
Are we talking about the mission, or is this family stuff?
Was it not destroyed?
My family killed. You're just like me, T'Challa.
In what way?
Nothing like you.
Yeah.
You're an explorer, Star-Lord. You don't belong down there with them. You belong up here with us, with your family.
With Thanos.
Not my family.
Oh.
Never were.
One, that's a little rude. They kind of are. Shut up, new guy. Yo, that's the pointy end of that spike. You just stabbed him in the face. You didn't knock him out.
Are you sure you cannot fly or shoot lasers out of your eyes or something?
Let's go a few rounds and you can find out.
Pass. I prefer you in the cage.
Where I come from, history has never looked kindly on those who locked men in cages.
True. Being sassy.
How could you do this to us? To my best friend T'Challa. You are the worst.
True facts. Oh, shoot him? Oh, what are you doing, Nebula, with the triple cross?
Oh, so all of this has been a triple cross? What? Classic Star-Lord.
Hey, it was T'Challa's idea to keep you in the dark.
Yeah, new guy.
Never let him walk in.
The Embers of Genesis.
Oh, dang, you guys are good.
He's just so happy to be here. Loving every minute of it.
Not like that, Karina.
Who he's gonna turn into Wolverine? No. Kinda. Okay, well that's rude. What is this, like that one challenge in Saw? Yo, free that dog. Well, you are made of rocks.
I hacked it off the carcass of a terribly chatty crow.
Oh
Of course,
no.
if that's not your style, there's plenty more
Did
we can
he?
play with.
He did not, did he? He killed Taika Waititi. You got Captain America's shield?
Oh, that woman has taste. A necklace, courtesy of the
Hey, that's cheating. Dang, so just having this helmet means you can shoot weapons out of nowhere? Do your dang thing, Mr. Mad Titan. Smoke that bitch.
Not crazy.
Just mad. Let's go. Let's go, Thanos. Who never thought I'd be cheering for Thanos to jack people up? Let's go, bud. Just freaking smoking these guys. Thanos is stronger than you, Mr. Hammerman. Never fly solo. Ooh, that's powerful.
Ain't no way in hell I was gonna leave here without my kid.
Oh, what a good papa. Oh no, don't break that. He only has one. You might need a little, just a little bit. Father! or terraform this man's body. You're gonna terraform nowhere. That's some valuable stuff she just used. What if they just weren't even close to making that jump? Oh, now they're teaming up. Oh, it's like that. Grab Cap's shield and use it like they did in Civil War.
Is that all you got?
Ooh, he's gonna use the super kick. That was clean.
No.
Liquefy him.
No.
Ooh, let all these guys out.
Take care of all of you. I put a roof over your heads. Oh, karma.
I feel like he could take him on.
We're never getting out of here on foot. And we'll take to the skies.
Oh, with the Wakandan ship. Yes. Bitchin'. They turned nowhere into a green planet.
Copy that, Cha-Cha.
Yo, they should date. Oh, and he took the dog. Hell yeah.
On any planet, among any people, there ain't no place in this galaxy where you don't belong. Where you want to be?
Good advice.
That's the question, isn't it?
Papa.
Baba. My son, I knew you would find your way home to us.
I'm sorry it took me so long. Let me introduce you to the family I made.
My friend,
True.
that sounds an awful lot like genocide.
No, because it's random.
It's random, so it's not genocide.
I mean,
It's perfectly balanced.
I'm still wondering how exactly my son came to be in your spaceship.
Well, yeah, see, here the thing is, they,
I was lost by
committed a crime.
Yandu found me.
And from one family reunion to another.
Is this Peter? Peter Quill? He just works at a restaurant? Just a janitor at Dairy Queen.
Can't spare a little time for dear old dad.
Too bad this might spell the end.
Okay, so Peter's gonna die. Oh no. Oh. Bless up, Chadwick. Good man. Okay, that was another really fun episode. I think I liked this one more than the last one. Like right off the bat, we get we get to see just how drastically different T'Challa would be in the same circumstances as Peter Quill. Like where Peter Quill's dancing, having fun, no one knows who Star-Lord is. T'Challa is kind of serious, like very, very similar to his character in Black Panther. Like that's just the man he grows up to be. But right away, the dude just knows who he is, and he's like, "Oh my God, I'm meeting Star-Lord." He's like, "Can I have work for you?" Like, and instead of selling the Power Stone to the highest bidder, he's like, "Let's restart a dying star with this thing." Like what? And it was so nice to just hear Chadwick Boseman's voice again. Like he's just got such a nice calming voice, and like he's somehow still like he's still charismatic as Star-Lord, and it's just he's having a good time. He's confident in his abilities, but he's also just like a really good dude. And then we find out, you know, how he was taken, and it was, you know, kind of a little, maybe tiny bit similar to, you know, the Wakandans' thought process in Black Panther. Is they're a very isolationist nation. So they don't want to help anyone. It's kind of like Lion King, where they're like, everywhere that touches the sun is our kingdom, but that shadowy place, don't go there ever. But in this instance, the shadowy place is the rest of the world. But T'Challa, he wants to explore, and he throws his spear outside the barrier, and you know, he could be like, oh, I can't go out there, and he could go tell someone, and he could be like, hey, my spear's out there, you're gonna have to go get it, because it's Wakandan metal, so they probably want to keep that. But instead, he's like, no, I am an explorer, I'm gonna go out there. And turns out the one decision that changed things in this universe is that Yondu outsourced the work to his subordinates instead of actually doing it himself. Oh, so Kraglin and Taserface bring back T'Challa instead, and they're like, look, he's got two see holes, 2 hear holes, and 1 eat hole. He's the same as the other kid. Which, considering the circumstances of why they found him, is you know, it's fine, because they tracked like alien signature or whatever, and since vibranium is an alien metal, they're like, this is the spot. So it makes sense. And turns out everyone freaking loves T'Challa. Like, all the Ravagers love him. He's super famous at this bar. He's so freaking charismatic and kind and smart that he convinced Thanos that he was wrong. Like, what? He sat down and had a chat with him, and he's like, bro, your plan has some major flaws. There's a better way to allocate resources. Let's do that. And Thanos was like, you know what? I think you're right. And then Thanos joins the Ravagers. What? Drax is a bartender, and he gives T'Challa like free drinks because he saved his home planet or whatever, and his daughter, and I think that's what he said. Yes, so his wife and daughter are still alive because Thanos never had Ronin like go kill them. Essentially, maybe that's where T'Challa met Thanos, when like maybe Thanos and Ronin were on Drax's planet to go, you know, cut everything in half, and T'Challa was like, maybe don't. And it worked. So his wife and daughter are still alive. He's happy. He's still just as literal as ever, but, you know, that's fine. Nebula has long blonde hair, which is so funny, and she calls him Cha-Cha. Oh gosh, that's so funny. And together they hatch this plan to steal some, you know, ethereal plant seeds kind of from the Collector, who, since Thanos is no longer like the big dog on campus, the Collector took his place. And where in the normal MCU he's kind of like this timid, you know, stuttering almost character, because Thanos is like putting him in his place. Here he's like, I'm the dude now. He gets jacked. He's taking all these people. But they're like, dude, we could take these plant seed things and we could terraform a ton of dead worlds and make them habitable, get resources for everyone. Like, this is great. Like let's do it. And so they set up this whole plan. Turns out the children of Thanos, Proxima Midnight, the big guy with the hammer, and then the other dude that has telekinesis, they decided to jump ship from Thanos and go work for the Collector. And they have this whole plan, and it works out perfectly. You know, there's, I think it's Astro the dog or whatever. Howard the Duck is still in there, voiced by Seth Green again. And it's just like, T'Challa's just so charismatic and nice as he's walking through this thing. It's just such a drastic difference to how Guardians of the Galaxy went. Like, completely different. But he does find out, kind of similar to Peter Quill, that Yondu lied to him. So whereas Yondu just was like, hey, we kidnapped you, and, well, I guess he knew that they kidnapped him, but they were like, they didn't tell him that it was for his dad, right? Meanwhile, in this one, Yondu, I guess, told T'Challa that his Wakanda had been destroyed. You know, maybe they went and they just couldn't see into the force field, so they just assumed his, you know, hometown wasn't there. I don't know. Or maybe they just straight up lied and was like, it's gone. But turns out his family's been looking for him this whole time. And it's just like, dude, that's such a bummer. Like, that sucks. But this whole plan seemingly works out perfectly. Nebula triple crosses, the queen of the triple cross. And T'Challa and Yondu kick the living crap out of the Collector. I wanted them to take Captain America's shield, because he has Captain America's shield. And in this one, I believe it's Captain America's shield and not Captain Carter's shield, because it has the star on it, like for America. I wanted them to take it and kind of almost recreate the fight in Captain America Civil War. That would have been really cool. But no, they just kind of beat each other up. I thought maybe he would use his necklace to turn into Black Panther, but then I realized that that's the old version of the necklace, and it doesn't have the nanotechnology yet. But they fight him, and he's pulling out all the stops. He's got Hela's headdress on, just using that, kicking the crap out of them, throwing knives at everyone. He's got all these different tools of the trade that he can just use against them. Meanwhile, Thanos has to fight the little children of Thanos. Maybe he's a little out of practice, you know, because in Infinity War, he's in like top form in Infinity War. He's like in the mid, like he's prime fighting shape, kicking the crap out of the Hulk. This one, he has a little bit of an issue against his former subordinates, but they do what needs to be done, and they waste like 4 of those seeds, I guess, and turn Nowhere into a green planet, and explode that dude's body, which is insane. And, you know, in the end, he goes back home to visit his family, and even the interactions between the Wakandans and the Ravagers are so funny. Like Thanos explaining to Denai Guerrera's character, Okoye, that, you know, his plan was a good idea. Like, it had its merits. It was efficient. She's like, that sounds like genocide. Like, that's because it was. It's like, no, it's random. And then they're explaining jump points, and it's just so funny. And then you see at the end Peter Quill in the Dairy Queen just cleaning it up. He works at the Dairy Queen, and his dad comes. Kurt Russell came and did like 1 or 2 lines for this. It was just 10 seconds of his time. I wonder if we'll see more on that later. Like, are they going to expand the stories that they've started? Like, is maybe like season 2 going to be like, you know, the next step in this journey of each of these universes? Or I wonder how they're going to progress with these different things. But overall, this episode was really, really fun. It was super nice to have Chadwick Boseman back, and just like his nice calming voice. Very sad, but very enjoyable at the same time. Yeah, I think, you know, I loved the first episode, but I think this one is even stronger. So yeah, if it's gonna maintain this I even liked the animation style on this one. It was slightly different than the first one. The first one had a distinct animation style due to the like old-timey posters or something that they were trying to replicate. This one was much more like normal, like familiar type animation, if that makes sense. Overall, though, it was excellent. I really enjoyed it. If the rest of these episodes are going to be the same quality, we are in for a great time. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode down below. What if you could see this particular storyline continue, how would you want it to go? Yeah, let me know. Let's start a conversation. If you liked what you saw, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. Subscribe if you want to see more reactions to Marvel's What If. And then if full-length reactions are something that interests you, consider supporting me on Patreon. I post all of my full uncut reactions in watch-along format, so you just sync up your own copy of the show and you can watch along with me. There you can also become a super supporter and get featured in every single one of my videos. But other than that, I think that's all I gotta say. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.